Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Awesome Sunday Show. I'm Connor here.
Pat here.
And like I posted before on Instagram, if you follow us, we have a very special guest. Pat, don't we have a very special guest today?
Very, very.
Very, very special. So, a very special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's going on, guys? I'm Dan. It's good to be here.
Awesome. Dan, we're glad to have you. Before we start off with the show, Dan, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
All right. Well, I work in the production industry, broadcast production industry, audio tech, photographer, all things production. That's pretty much it. Work kind of consumes my life.
Yeah. Doesn't it us all?
Yeah.
Well, you just started working on a podcast too, right?
Correct. I did. Me and a kid I work with started a production / like design, Photoshop, photography, all things like that podcast. It's called Next Problem Podcast. We did one episode so far, and we are going to post the first, second, and third once we finish the second and third, which should probably be sometime this week. But other than that, you can see like my photography and all that stuff at Szpakowski.com.
Cool. All
Nice.
right. So, Connor, why don't you tell us what we're talking about? This topic was decided by Dan.
Yeah.
Pretty solid topic, especially given this
Time of year.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
So, it's Christmas, or it's that time of year. It's the time where everyone gets together. Mainly, people like the family gets together for Thanksgiving, but I feel like friends and family, it's more of like a universal thing. People get together for Christmas, so it's a really great time of the year, great season.
Go retail crazy.
What's up?
Go retail crazy.
Yeah, people get into so much credit card debt. It's about
Can't pay their
a
rent.
religion
next
where a
month.
guy dies for everybody, saves the world, and
Well, this is
we only
his
care about
birth.
ourselves.
It's his birth. Let's not go that far. That's Easter.
Where he was born. But so this topic was decided by Dan. Really good topic. Our favorite Christmas movies, and why they're our favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, top 5. We'll probably have a couple honorable mentions.
I have some dishonorables.
Yeah.
That's
There's some good movies out there. Good Christmas movies. Some bad ones too.
There's some bad ones, but like when I was doing like research for this, I found out I think there's more good Christmas movies than bad Christmas movies.
There has to be.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
And at least more mediocre too.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch a
probably.
mediocre.
Even the mediocre ones are still good.
Yeah.
I'll watch the mediocre ones just because they're Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Jingle All the Way, for example.
Ah,
Oh, come on.
come on, guy.
Come on, that's good.
Let's
face it.
No. If you
Let's
watch
face
that,
it. Come
if
on,
you
man.
watch that movie not
love that
around
movie.
Christmas, I love it too. But if you watch it not in Christmas, you're like, it's all right. But because it's Christmas at the time, you're like, oh, this is good. Like
I was in L.A. in June or July, whatever it was, and I just got back from a concert. It was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and for some reason, Jingle All the Way was like just started, and I stayed up the entire time. I watched the movie.
No, it's great. I love
ridiculous.
it. But like I can never watch it unless it's in the month of December.
You're just whatever.
I'm not.
You're just a bitch.
It's one of my honorable mentions. I'm not going first though, but I already gave that away. Spoiler. So as always, the guests always go first. So however you want to say it, Dan. If you want to do honorable mentions first, or dishonorable mentions, and then go into your favorite, or
You know, what I did was I made my top 5. The fifth one is, I guess, it's always like a flex for me. Like top 5 any list, like the fifth one's always like a flex. I'm not gonna take that way out, but I made like a notable movies that missed the cut. So they're honorable, dishonorable, whatever you want to call them. They're just notable movies that didn't make the top 5, but probably should be mentioned at some point. But the number 5 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 2000, Jim Carrey.
The Jim Carrey one.
Yeah.
that is a good one.
Good choice.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That movie's great. I love Jim Carrey.
He killed it.
I love
he was really good in that.
how they put him in the suit and how long it took to put him in that every day.
Yeah.
And just like the overall production of it, because I think most of it was shot in a studio and they just built the set. Like they built.
Yeah, it's a
everything.
pretty impressive set.
Yeah.
For the movie.
There's like not much CG. I don't think in the movie.
I think it's the time. I think the only time you really see like CG or type effects like that is when the sled is
going down like, towards the end, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, anything they could pull off like that, especially, 2000 wasn't like crazy long ago, but even for that, like just putting him in the makeup and everything was just, I don't know, I love it.
Yeah. He was really good in that role. Like,
Yeah.
He
Probably
carried
best
the
for it.
movie. Like the
Yeah.
movie would have
He
probably
Jim
been
carried the
good
movie.
anyway if anybody else was in it, but it was better because of Jim Carrey.
Yeah, not to mention it was funny. Like I
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
think it's funny, even like the comedy that. I guess the comedy's not like timeless or whatever, but the movie was funny.
The movie's timeless.
Yeah, the movie's timeless.
Yeah.
I think all mine on the top 5 are timeless because I could watch them now and still feel. I think that's the newest one though on my list.
oh, really?
Like I think that's the most recent one. I could be wrong.
All right. Well,
Could be a
Might.
couple years
So-
off, but all right. So number 4. Let me look down this list here. I don't want to make any mistakes. My number 4, I guess. Yeah. So I guess I spoke wrong. This is the newer one. Elf.
classic.
03.
Great movie.
Excellent movie.
Yeah. John Favreau. I mean, obviously.
I
Just
love
like he
John
does-
Favreau.
Just like he does in most of his movies that he directs, he put himself in it.
Yeah.
So he's got a
But it's not
cameo.
bad. He's always like a good poppin'.
He plays the doctor, and I think he's the voice of Mr. Narwhal.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if
I don't
you
really
can
know off
just
the top
tell,
of my head, but
but I think I read that somewhere at some point that he was the voice for it. But I mean, either way, like that's another movie production wise, like the forced perspective of it,
yeah.
like to actually make him look huge early on in the movie
Mm.
was like something else for that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really see it that much. At least I don't think so, right?
That movie's over 10 years old, right?
Yeah, 03.
03?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 12. Yeah, 12 years old. I mean, I don't think I can't remember. I don't know of a movie that has done that extensive, like that extensively, like having like someone like Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons, like how well that movie did was one of the reasons Marvel tapped them to do Iron Man. Actually, they like Feige or somebody high up loved him from that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good director otherwise, but like that's what got him it. And then Will Ferrell was just fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Like that's one of my favorite performances from him.
Yeah. The screenplay I'm pretty sure was around for like a long period of time before it actually got
Yeah,
made.
it was kind of in
the
like
early
the
90s. Because I think Jim Carrey was attached to the movie originally.
mhm.
Like I'm almost positive he was attached to it.
Yeah, it's
early
probably in
90s.
that dead zone where it's
Yeah.
like just keeps putting.
Would have been interesting to
It's,
see
um,
him in it.
I think it's called like production hell,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact word.
Yeah.
development hell.
Development.
Imagine
yeah.
seeing him instead of Will Ferrell. Like thinking about it. I mean, it's like it's hard to.
I think it
Imagine
would have
the
been
movie without
good
him.
for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that Will Ferrell got the role though.
I'm also glad that they made it 10 years later than, or like at least 10
Yeah.
years later than they were supposed to make it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
that
definitely
movie in the early
turned out
90s
better.
and the movie in 03 would have been two completely different movies.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't hurt that Zoe Deschanel was in it. Even though for the longest time I didn't know it was her.
She's a blonde.
She
in
was
that movie.
Has she been
Blonde.
in anything else besides that? Like before that, I guess. Like, how did she
She
get that role in that movie?
Did that movie The Happening come out before Elf or after Elf? Because she was in
after
that.
that,
it
that's
had to be
that's like
after.
08,
That's 08. All right.
something like that. But yeah, no, she was in some stuff before that. Nothing that I could remember, so I guess it wasn't
She's not.
that
Is she
notable.
still an actress? Like, is she still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
actively-
she hasn't been in too many movies. She was just in that Bill Murray movie, Rock the Cash Bar or whatever.
Okay.
And then she stars on the show New Girl, which is going to its
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
third or fourth season.
Longer
I
than
don't
that.
remember.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, my
I'm
girlfriend
pretty, I'm
watches it.
pretty
No,
sure.
because it started the first year I went to TCNJ, which was 2000,
Yeah, it's like
2011, 2012. All right,
Yeah.
so probably it's fourth season.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's
Whatever.
not like we watched that show. Do you watch it?
I do, because my roommates and I started watching it all
Oh,
at the
I
same
didn't know you
time.
watched it.
So then, like, it's like Tuesdays, like, we'd all just watch it in the living room and then just kept on watching.
I've
It's
never
actually really funny.
I've never seen an episode.
It's
Neither
actually
have I.
really
My
funny.
girlfriend watches it. I don't partake.
My ex watches it. I'm just not gonna watch it probably.
I think it's fine. Whatever. Anyway,
Yeah. So it was that was number 4. Number 3 is Jingle All the Way. I know it was
Nice choice.
one of Connor. Was it your dishonorable mention?
No, it was an honorable mention.
Okay. Good.
Honorable.
I feel better about that.
No. I
feel
like
a
that
little
movie.
bit
I
that.
support that choice
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. That movie's awesome,
It's yeah, it was on one of my
He's gotta get
honorable
his Turbo
mentions
Man.
too.
dude. I actually looked up the other day. You can actually buy a sealed Turbo Man on eBay.
For how much?
It's like $350 or something like that.
That's. I think that's
Christ.
worth it.
yeah.
If I had the
love
money,
movie.
I would do it.
Yeah, if I just had money to throw around,
Yeah,
I'd definitely get one or two. I don't know. That's another timeless movie for me. Like my brother, I think me and my brother like started watching it when we were younger. And like, anytime I watch it, or I guess anytime he watches it, we'll always like screenshot it or just take a photo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it to each other.
It's a great movie.
Sinbad is really funny in that movie too.
Yo, you know what's funny is it wasn't originally supposed to be Sinbad. It was supposed to be Joe Pesci.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Joe Pesci, but they didn't use him because he was like way too short next to Arnold.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I mean,
just,
like,
way
well,
too short.
I mean, Arnold and Danny DeVito together was
But that was
probably
for
way
the
worse.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it
for
fit into
twins.
the movie, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause Arnold Schwarzenegger's like he's 6'2".
He's huge.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
He's absolutely gigantic. But yeah, that movie's great. Every time I watch it, it's just I literally could watch it through any time throughout the year.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
It's not just Christmas. Yeah.
For me, it's great. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever,
how I feel.
dude.
Maybe I should watch it in July. And maybe
Yeah,
I'm
try.
wrong.
Well, Christmas in July. There you go.
Yeah, it's true.
I think didn't Belushi have a role in that movie? Wasn't he the Crooked Santa? He
I don't remember.
John or Jim?
The good one.
Jim. Jim?
Jim Belushi.
Pretty sure.
I think you're right because I think John Belushi was dead by the time.
Yeah,
this
he,
movie
de-
came
he
out.
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
was. But I'm pretty sure he was in Elf too. He played a crook Santa Claus or just like a mall Santa Claus. He was the Santa Claus in Elf, wasn't he?
I think so.
The one that he fought.
Probably.
in-
He's just really forgettable to me. Like,
I just
He's
think
always
it's
in
funny.
movies that I'm like, is that like that's
He's
Jim
just
Belushi?
always dressed up as like a broke Santa Claus for some reason.
I guess so. Like imagine
two
if
in a
he's in
row.
like 6 different like movies and they're all connected in the same universe because
Yeah.
Jim Belushi's like a broke Santa.
Oh my god, that's funny. All right, so my second one is Home Alone 1.
awesome choice.
That is a good choice.
Yeah, I left Home Alone 2 off the list because I wasn't gonna have both of them on there.
Yeah, and you picked the better one.
Yeah, you know what? For me, I think when I was younger, the first one I saw was Home Alone 2, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I saw 2 first, and then
I saw 2
one.
first. I think maybe just because of what year it came out,
Yeah.
and I always thought 2 was my favorite. And even like before this like Christmas time started this year, I still thought 2 was my favorite. And I watched 2 first this year,
Yeah,
and then I went back and watched 1, and I watched 1. Like,
and you
4
can't go
times.
wrong either way.
Yeah,
But
you can't.
I like
It
Rob
was
Schneider in
awesome.
Home Alone too.
Yeah,
He just like sticks his hand out like.
it's like Tip.
Yeah.
do you guys
Does he actually
know
give him money?
the sketch group, the Birthday Boys?
No.
No.
By chance? All right, they're really funny. They did have a show on IFC. They made this one skit, and it was Kevin's next door neighbor or neighbor across the street. So like while he was doing all that stuff alone, and then like while the wet bandits were trying to break in, he goes, "Kevin, you can't do that. You can't just walk down the street with groceries yourself." And like it's funnier than the way I'm explaining it, but it's worth checking out.
I'll check it out.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Birthday Boys Home Alone. Or
They're
some
not
shit.
known as the sticky bandits until Home Alone 2, right?
Yeah, they're the wet bandits in the first one because
Yeah.
they turn the faucet on before they leave the house
Right.
Mhm.
to flood the house out. That's a Marv thing.
Yeah, it's Marv.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Daniel Stern just
Was Daniel Stern in Midnight Express too?
cannot confirm or deny that.
I feel like he is in that movie. You ever see that movie Midnight Express? The guy who like brings up hash through Turkey and he's like in the Turkish prison for like 10 years.
No, I don't think I have.
It's
It
not a
sounds
Christmas
like,
movie.
Sounds like Daniel Stern, like anything he would be in. You know what I mean?
He's like a part of the prison. He's like another American in the prison.
Yeah.
He's a weird
topic.
dude.
But yeah, all right.
One of the things I definitely wanted to mention is something I read about Home Alone 1 is that like an alternate in the script, Uncle Frank was actually the mastermind behind the robberies,
Oh, really?
like his cheap uncle.
Really?
Yeah. Like that was like it was like in like the initial script, like he was supposed to be the mastermind behind robbing the McAllister's house for whatever
That's
reason.
weird.
Just because he was, I guess, the cheap one.
Yeah, he just wanted the money.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious, by the way.
That movie is great.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Kevin pretty much tells his mom to fuck off. He's just like, I forget what he says to her. Like, actually, they screw you or something.
Yeah.
And he just closed the door on her. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How old is he supposed to be in that movie?
8
Macaulay
to
Culkin.
8
10?
or something?
8 to 10, something
I think he
like
was a
that.
better
No.
actor in the first one, for whatever reason.
I feel like he was younger.
He was so young.
Yeah, he was really young.
He might have been like 6.
That's crazy.
If he can act that well when he's 6, that's impressive.
Yeah.
There's
And
there's
then-
prodigies.
True, and then he turned out the way he did.
Yeah.
Although he was gone for a while, but he's on the Jim Gaffigan show, like in like 4 episodes
Oh,
last
really?
year.
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, it was weird. He's like
Yeah,
obviously a
I
weird.
never
ass
thought he
dude.
resurfaced.
he just look. Yeah, he just like he's like super skinny. Like, dude,
His
didn't
face-
he date
he's
Mila
destroyed.
Kunis for a
Yeah,
while?
10
for like-
years, dude.
A while.
For a long time.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but
It doesn't make sense to anybody.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know.
And anytime I've ever brought that up in some kind of conversation for whatever reason, like if someone mentions Mila Kunis because she comes up more than Macaulay Culkin does,
yeah.
no one ever believes me.
No, yeah.
I
makes
didn't
no
believe it at
sense.
first, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it
they
makes no sense.
they dated for a long time.
It's crazy.
I don't know how he managed that while he was, doing meth or whatever, but maybe she just had bad taste in dudes.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. A lot of girls have bad taste in dudes, but maybe he was a really nice guy.
He was funny on the Jim Gaffigan show,
Yeah.
but he had like 2-minute scene, so
Yeah.
whatever.
All right. Well, number one.
Here
the
comes
Santa Claus.
Wait,
Tim Allen.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
The first one. Don't mention the second or third one, or if there was a fourth one or whatever.
The second one isn't terrible. The third one's terrible.
Oh, the
Okay. Yeah.
third one's god
Yeah.
awful.
The second one I don't like, but if it's on TV and there's nothing
You're
on,
right. Like the second one's one of those mentions where I would watch it.
Yeah.
I would honestly even put it on to watch it in December. But the Santa Claus, the first
First
one,
one's
I'll
really good.
watch
yeah,
year round.
I can watch that year
It's
round
awesome.
too. It is
was,
really
It
good.
was awesome. And Tim Allen's just all over Christmas movies apparently.
Not all of them are good though.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. No, they're
like
not.
most Tim Allen things.
Yeah, but that movie is timeless for me. I think it's like most memorable for me from at least my childhood. Just I think it came out like '94 or something.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first movies I've ever seen in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was definitely one of mine too. If it wasn't one of the first movies I've ever seen in theaters, it was definitely one of the first movies I've ever seen on VHS.
Mhm.
I just think he's so funny. Like the whole movie is funny to me. Like his whole interaction with his wife's like new husband.
Yeah,
It's just so funny to me. Everything about it. The scene of like them in
Yeah.
the principal's office, where they're like breaking down like what they did on Christmas Eve. It's like I read my book. What book? Oh, Hollywood Wives.
Was that his ex-wife's new husband? Was that the same guy from Liar Liar? Or am I thinking of two different people?
I don't know.
For whatever
know
reason,
what
I
that
remember
actor's
them
name is.
being like at least similar looking. I could be wrong.
I don't know what his name is, but he was just so funny in that movie. Just like how like innocent and like
Yeah.
I just remember the last scene where he's just like my weenie whistle. It's just such a funny movie to me.
the scene that always gets me is when he's driving home, and he's like, "There's
He's
like so
honking.
much traffic." He's like, "Come on, get off the road."
It's
and
not
there's,
very ladylike.
yeah, there's like no one on the road.
Yeah. There's nobody. Yeah, that movie's I don't know, man. I don't know what it is to me, but that movie is just awesome, and I could watch it
Yeah, that is a great movie.
all the time. But those are my top 5. I could break down some of these honorable mentions here.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it, man.
I left a couple off my top 5. Like I said, like the fifth one could be flex with some of these, but Christmas Story,
Classic.
All-time
classic.
classic, yeah.
I'll watch it when it's on that one day of year playing all day.
24 hours.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't watch that. I don't think I'd watch it.
They did it on TBS, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Was,
watch any other day of the year. Polar Express is another one that's is a mention for me.
Underrated.
Yeah, you know what it is for me is like the people look so weird in that movie. They just look. I can't get past it. But it's crazy because
Yeah.
Rob Zemeckis is one of my favorite directors of all time, and that's just one of his movies. But I just can't get past how weird to like the
They do
little
look
girl look like to
really
me.
weird.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
It's-
a poor mocap.
CG wasn't what it was just becoming what it is today, though.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. But yeah, that movie, I could watch it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I left a couple others off. Christmas with the Cranks, which is a terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I had that as a joke
Terrible.
on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
I
It's
was
terrible.
mention.
I was
Dentino
looking-
loves that movie.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Dentino loves Tim Allen.
I was.
Yeah, he does.
I was looking for a
That's
Christmas
his favorite
movie to
actor.
watch. I was looking for something to watch the other day, and like that popped up on my. Because me and my girlfriend, we share like a Netflix with like her family or
Yeah.
HBO Go, whatever whatever device it was on, and that was on. I was like, what is this Christmas with the Cranks movie? I've never seen it before.
Oh, God.
So I watched it for the first time, and it's like worse when you watch it when it's like way outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when that movie was made. It could have been made in 1916. It
At
was
least
still, like would have been
10 to
terrible.
12 years ago,
It's awful.
Yeah.
if
It-
not a little more.
It's like one of Jamie Lee Curtis's like last like major movies, like when she was like in movies a lot. Like I think I don't know if she retired from like acting, but
I don't think many people hire her anymore.
well,
I don't
she's
know.
on Scream Queens, I think.
If
Yeah,
she
that
was
show.
if she was trying to get a job, I wouldn't show people that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah, that movie was bad.
It was fucking terrible. I remember that like as soon as it came out, like on demand. My dad rented it, and we were both just like, "What the fuck?" And my dad has pretty bad taste in movies, and TV shows in general.
Imagine this is
but
like the first episode he ever listens to.
he doesn't know how to work a computer, so I
He like he figures it out. Just he's like, I love my son. I really want to listen to his show, and he like listens.
he'll probably agree with me though. But yeah, he watched it, and I'm like, Dad, that you could have just saved all that money to buy me like a pack of Pokemon cards or something. Like you wasted your money on that.
That's awesome. The Ref is a movie I left off because it's not really a Christmas movie. Like it's around the Christmas time.
debatable.
It's just one of the movies I like. It's Dennis Leary just being Dennis Leary.
I've never seen it.
It's. I mean, I saw it when it came out, and I saw it like afterwards.
Okay.
It's like one of those things. I think now, if you went back and watched it, if you didn't see it, it might not be all there. Like it might not be great. It's also not like a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's during Christmas.
It's not
time.
like
It's
Christmas
holiday.
and like a
Yeah. Well,
Die Hard is one of the greatest Christmas movies of all
It's
time.
not a Christmas movie though.
Fuck off, it is.
No, it's not.
Say
takes-
whatever you want. It's a Christmas movie.
Dude, but okay. Here's an argument. How Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. Whatchamacallit takes place during Christmas. Shit, I can't remember. Batman Returns with Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
That takes place during Christmas. That's not a Christmas movie.
it's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
I side with Pat on the Die Hard.
Thank you.
I say it's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is one of the best action movies ever made, and not being a Christmas movie is nothing.
It takes
against
place
it.
on Christmas Eve, all right?
So does Batman Returns takes place around Christmas.
Yeah, so it's automatically in contention for a Christmas movie. It's just like The Ref. It's not technically a Christmas movie, but
Yeah, I could see people.
it fits well into the category.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, think about it. Like John McClane fucking up Hans Gruber. That's a great Christmas present.
Yeah. I don't know. I watch it. all
I'll
the
watch it
time.
whenever. Yeah.
I'll watch it
Yeah.
whenever, but yeah, I'll make a note to watch it during December.
All right, fine.
All right.
Let's agree to disagree. It's
All
still they're great movies. Great movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Except for anything after 2. But
Yeah.
Die
I
Hard.
didn't see it. I didn't see any of the ones after.
I didn't
2.
like the 3rd one or anything after.
What?
I didn't see them.
Dude, Die Hard 3 is my favorite Die Hard.
Oh wait, was that the one with the
Samuel.
I hate
Oh no, I did see
that
that
sign.
one.
Never mind. I was thinking of the one after that.
Die
I
Hard
do
4,
like Die Hard 3.
How many of them are there?
There's 5.
Are they making more?
They're
Are
making
they
a
actively
prequel
making
one.
more?
Yeah.
That one came out like 2 years ago or something, and
I
then
didn't see it.
they plan on making one that's a prequel to Die Hard 1.
What?
Yes.
Prequel
Yes.
with Bruce Willis?
Probably.
What?
How?
Dude, I don't know. CGI.
Or then maybe they'll get Joseph Gordon-Levitt and like kind of like make his face.
Yeah, there you go.
like-
Yeah.
They probably could.
Yeah.
Did a good job in Looper.
I just hope they don't make that movie. I hope
I'd
they
rather see
stop
another
making.
one. Like I'd rather see
Die
another
Hard
It's a great
one.
movie though.
Yeah, I'd rather see another Die Hard than see like a prequel of it.
I'd just rather not see any of them.
Yeah, Die Hard should just stop.
I haven't
Especially when they
seen
put like
anything
Jai
after-
Courtney in it. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
That they're trying to make that dude like a certified action star. He's just not a good actor.
no.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't see anything after 2, but if the third one is with Samuel L. Jackson, then I definitely
Yeah.
saw that.
That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard 2 takes place on Christmas Eve again.
Yeah,
Just at an airport.
Yeah, it's at an airport. It's all right. It's not as bad as most people say it is.
what's the one? Is that the one where he like is on the plane, like out on the exterior of the plane, trying to like
I think so.
hang on?
At the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think that's that is Die Hard 2. And then it was also like it's on the one scene I actually really like in that one is where he's on the snowmobile and he's like they're doing that chase scene and they're all shooting bullets at him and he's shooting back and he's not hitting any of them. He's like, why can't I hit any of them?
Oh yeah.
But because there's certain guns that they use as like decoys, or whatever, that had blanks.
Oh okay.
And he's like, oh, they're blanks. He's like, so like people like if they because I don't want to actually give it away because it's actually a pretty cool twist in the movie, but there's blanks.
Dude, it's like 20 years old.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Die Hard 1, 2,
You know, there's a
Alright,
certain
spoiler
time
warning.
frame. No, there's a certain time frame when it's not
Alright.
considered
Spoiler
spoilers
warning.
anymore.
Die
Yeah.
Hard 2. There's like an elite task army force that like helps out with this attack.
that movie's amazing. I have to go back and watch that.
Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they end up working for the bad guy.
Yep.
So like they have blank guns for
Mhm.
the other people, but the real guns for themselves. So
Yep.
it was actually like a really smart scene.
Yeah, that movie was awesome. Now that you're bringing that back up, I have to go back and watch it really soon.
Yeah, but I still think Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best one.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree.
No, you
just
could,
like the
I
first
think you
one.
could pick any of those 3 and put them in whatever order you want, and I can
Mhm.
agree with you for whatever reason. You know, I just like all those movies.
They're good. Yeah,
But
I still haven't seen 5. 4 was not as that was all right.
I didn't see it. I didn't
That
see
was
5.
that was when it
I
started
won't see
going
6.
like
I won't see
downhill.
7 because I'm sure they're gonna keep coming out. There
It's
just like they do with
just
Fast and Furious.
terrible, especially when they started making it
Fast
PG-13.
and Furious though, they got better later on,
You serious?
dude.
I haven't seen them.
Dude, like that's the thing. Like actually, like
it actually. I mean, I haven't seen past the third or fourth
they're
one.
actually like from Fast and like from the 4th one on, they're actually better than the first. The first 3 movies are actually like I can't watch them anymore because
Really?
because
bad.
4 through 6 or 7 I haven't seen. 6 is the most recent one, right?
No, 8.
Beat me, man.
No.
8?
It's 7. Yes.
7. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, whatever.
I can't remember because they're all different titles. That's
Wow.
what pisses me off.
What after now? They're
4
all
through
fast,
7,
fast.
those are the only ones. Those are the ones I can watch because they're better than 1 through 3.
Well, have you seen like the chronological order and how they're actually supposed to happen is not the same as how they are made, like
they're
1 through
released,
7.
Yeah,
Like it bounces back around, like back and forth. I haven't seen anything since maybe like 4.
they're chronological now, but like it was like the only ones that were different.
Tokyo Drift.
Well, do you
messed it
count
up.
Tokyo Drift as a Fast and Furious?
Yeah, because Vin Diesel's in it,
All right.
and I think they're bringing back one of the actors from. They brought
The
back
main
like,
guy?
not the main guy. I think they brought back like some of the Japanese people from like the later movies.
I mean, that has to be everyone's least favorite Fast and Furious, right?
It's
though?
the worst.
It
one,
was
though.
it was terrible.
It's terrible, right?
And then
the concept of it was
Yeah,
was god awful.
Too Fast, Too Furious. The only good thing about that was that Ludacris song.
Yeah.
That was
That
it.
Ludacris song was dope.
It was.
And Ludacris was good in that movie, and he's good in the other ones.
He's
too.
not.
I also what
He's
I like
ba-
the beginning of that movie, like how they prefaced like the whole movie,
Yeah.
like Brian leaving the forest and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like that. I also saw it like when it came out,
hmm
so I liked it. Like you were saying, like if you go back and watch it now and comparing it to like the movies that they have been making,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as good of a movie.
Yeah, like Fast 5, like Fast and Furious 5 was awesome. There's like a fight scene between The Rock and Vin
Yeah.
Diesel, and it's like it's stupid, but it's like that's why it's
The
good.
Rock's in those movies now.
Yeah, The
Yeah,
Rock is like
since
part of it.
Fast 5, right? He's been in the last 3.
Come on.
He's going to be in the next one.
That's
Apparently, they're
amazing.
planning on doing a spin-off of that one. But, yeah, he's in it, and they started doing better once he got into it. They started making more money, and then
Yeah.
the last one made
Alright.
Because people will go to the
Stupid
movies
amount of
just
money.
to see him.
Yeah. But let's go back to
Yeah,
Yeah, we got off on a little bit.
we
of
got
a
yeah.
tangent there.
That,
I'm only gonna mention 2 more quickly. The Muppets Christmas Carol.
oh wow, I
Another
didn't think of
classic,
those.
dude.
Love that movie, and
That is a
just
great
because I
movie.
watched
Love
it so many
anything
times
Muppets.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's great. And the last one I'll mention is Fred Claus.
With Vince Vaughn?
Yeah,
I never saw that.
it's
Like,
the best worst
20
Christmas
minutes of it.
movie. Like it's bad.
Okay,
Don't expect it to be a good movie.
but
Mhm.
I
But
like movies
expect
like
it
that
to just
though.
be like kind of like a good feel. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's not. I'll watch it during
Yeah.
Christmas time.
all
I
right,
won't
fair
tell
enough.
people that it's a good movie because it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree with that.
It's Vince Vaughn. I mean, I'll watch it.
I'll
I like
watch
Vince
it
Vaughn.
because I like bad movies that that are entertaining.
Yeah, you're not gonna be mad that you watched it. You'll probably, and you know what it is, like
Right.
you'll watch it once and then you'll probably watch it like a couple more times, not in a row. But
Like when they're on TV.
if you're just like you just get home and you're just like, oh man, let me throw something on to fall asleep to or something.
Fred
you know,
Claus.
Yeah, like in December, you're not gonna throw it on just in
Yeah.
July. Like, only fall asleep watching Fred Claus tonight.
Always July. It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, halfway through the year.
Yeah.
But those are mine. Those are the top 5.
Really good really good list.
Yeah, definitely. I have some overlap with that, but it's fine because they're good choices.
Yeah. All right, should I go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Paco's list. All right. So I really want to go through the dishonorable mentions first. You already brought up Christmas with the Cranks. I'm gonna bring up Black Christmas 2006.
Oh my God,
What is that?
All right.
it's an awful fucking.
So it's a remake of a really good horror movie from 1974. We were actually just talking about it. Remember,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
thought
right,
you were
yeah.
talking about Black Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
This is a remake. The original movie was just like some crazy guy. Like it was Christmas and he just kills like a house full of girls and like
Okay.
there's really nothing to it. But the movie was actually like really. I thought it was scary, but I also first saw it when I was like 12.
Doesn't seem as inventive as the other movie I was telling you about
Not at all.
that you know the title to and I don't.
Yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
That's in my honorable mentions. But the Black Christmas 2006 remake is really really bad. The killer they tried to make more. sometimes less is more. Like sometimes a movie works because there's not really that much of a story,
Yeah,
and it's just
absolutely.
more atmosphere, which is fine. That's why like video games work most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was the original Black Christmas. It was just Christmas time. There was a crazy killer, and he's saying really terrible obscenities to these girls, and he ends up killing them. And it worked, and it worked fine. The remake, they tried incorporating the story. It was like, there was a son that this couple had that lived in the attic that was crazy, that they treated right, but like the father was really bad at having sex, and he fell asleep. So the mother decided to have sex with the son, and then she had a baby.
Christ, dude.
And then the baby ended up growing up and like living in the house. Full
This
of
is a
girls.
Christmas movie?
This is a Christmas movie.
You think this is a Christmas movie,
no,
and
but
Die Hard is not.
Okay, but it's called Black
Exactly.
Christmas. It's actually it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so that's a dishonorable mention. That movie is like one of the worst movies I ever saw.
The remake, you're saying?
The remake.
Okay.
The remake. Christmas of the Cranks. You already said.
Yeah. You can mention it again because it's that bad.
It's that bad. And finally, I was glad you didn't say it. I thought you were going to say it was Deck the Halls with Matthew Broderick.
Oh,
and,
Jesus.
Danny DeVito.
I choose to forget about that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is so bad.
Wait,
Oh my
there
God.
is one really funny part though.
I mean, there has to be something.
There actually is. It's like the only reason why, like, if it's,
Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito.
dude, because they're like competing. The whole movie is a competition, like
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah.
So finally, like they're like trying to like make up, and like it's a scene with these girls. They're like teenagers. They're like doing like a sexy Santa dance. And he's like, and they're like, yeah, spank it, spank it. And Matthew's like, yeah, spank it. And the girl turns around, it's like his daughter. Dude, I lose it every time because it's
Yeah.
not a funny scene, but it's just so bad it's funny.
Yeah.
So I have to bring that movie up. Like Deck the Halls is so bad, and I think it's worse than Christmas with the Cranks actually.
You're right. It might be.
All right, so again, this isn't one of my. So going to honorable mentions, this isn't one of my favorites. These aren't my favorites, or they didn't make the list, but they're still excellent movies. Honorable mentions: the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a horror movie. You guys would like it, but like it's not like a general audience movie. Like I'm not gonna be like if my mom wanted to watch a movie with me, she's like, what do you want to watch? It's like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah, I don't
Is
see
this
your
the movie
mom
we were
watching
just talking
that.
about?
Yeah.
This movie haunts my dreams.
Yeah, it's scary. It's good.
It is so disturbing,
Yeah.
especially in the context where I watched it with no sound.
What can you tell the story actually? Because
Yeah.
actually it's a cool
Yeah,
story.
yeah. I wanna hear this.
When we recorded the Throwbacks record, we recorded in this guy's studio, and he, for whatever reason, I mean, I guess I don't know if he had to have it on, but he had it on always. Like when he turned everything on in the studio, this little tiny 4x3 TV played a VHS tape of this movie. And I didn't know what it was, but we would sit there for 8 hours, 10 hours a day, and this movie would just loop. And every time you like ask him about it, he'd just start talking about the movie and never answer as to why it was playing. You know what I mean? Like I think he just at one point was just like, yeah, it just plays. I was like, what? It just plays? So we're trying to track like a record, and this movie's just playing, and people are just getting murdered in like brutal ways by Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's so funny.
You can ask Dantino about it, and Tommy, all those guys. Like that movie is messed up, and I've never even heard a single sound because there was no sound on it
Okay.
on the version we had. Anything that played in there, I think you said it was stuck in the VHS.
Or you just
Maybe
did this
he
for
just
you
loved
guys?
it. Yeah, maybe he was just messing with us the whole time.
I mean, it's a good movie, but like like if you're obsessed with that movie, like it also kind of like it's like
It says a lot about you.
yeah, like I love horror movies. I'll like you know me. I've seen all the Human Centipedes. Like,
Loves
but
them.
there's also like you said, like if you have that movie on a loop and like you're obsessed with it, like there might be something wrong.
Like no sound.
Yeah.
Obsessed with it.
A little
Like, it's-
psychotic.
Yeah, like there might be some psychotically wrong with you.
He was a great guy.
Yeah. No,
He was awesome.
I met him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he was cool.
All right, so I think that's my dishonorable mentions. There's probably more, but not that I cared to mention. Honorable mentions, or no, yeah, that was my first honorable mention. Second honorable mention is the original Black Christmas, 1974. A lot of people like
The one without the incest.
the one without the incest, where it's just a straightforward movie.
I might check that out. Like, I might watch that. You're saying it doesn't have the incest in it. I might watch it.
Yeah, and like
I'm gonna watch
any
it.
movie without incest is already a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now imagine if Christmas with the Cranks had incest in it. Might
It
have
might
made
be
it
a
better.
step in the right direction.
Yeah. That probably would have made it better.
but with the original Black Christmas, yeah, it was a straightforward horror movie. But a fun fact about that movie: a lot of people like to give credit to Halloween being the first holiday themed slasher movie. Black Christmas
Came out like 3 years before. Right?
Yeah, it was like it was like
Halloween was 77.
it was like 2 to 4 years before Halloween. It came out. Like Halloween was the second one. Halloween was one that popularized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might have been another movie too that predated Black Christmas as like a holiday slasher, but
Right.
I'm not sure. Great movie though, and finally my honorable mention is Elf. I mean, I can't go on. We already talked about it enough.
Yeah.
As far as why it's
that's
good.
That's
Fucking
a
love
classic
that movie.
man.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything else you guys can think of that you want to say it.
It's extreme. It's like another Will Ferrell movie that's just constantly quotable.
Yeah.
And like I said before, in my opinion, one of his best performances.
Yeah, I love Will Ferrell movies too. And like even
Yeah.
some of his bad movies, like he's good in. Like Semi Pro is like awful movie,
Yeah.
but I like him in it.
Yeah.
You remember the one elf in the beginning of that movie, Ming Ming, whatever his name was? You probably don't remember what he looks like, or it's like that scene where he's talking to the other elf when Buddy finds out he's human. The kid who played that character is the kid Ralphie from, or maybe it was Ralphie or his brother from Christmas Story. Like the
Yeah.
actual actor himself.
Yeah.
Like just like a quick, like a little thing.
Yeah, I
I remember
remember
someone
he had,
telling
like,
me
a
about
little
that, and I was like,
cameos
what?
up.
So I just looked it up.
That is pretty cool.
Hold on.
Little
Before you go
throwback.
on, right now, looking up on Connor's DVD shelf, staring at me is Christmas with the Cranks. You secretly love that movie.
No, it's not. It's actually still in the
No
wrap.
way, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It's still in the wrap. You go look at it right.
I
go
can see
pick
it.
it up. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Then,
Still, you. Oh,
yeah, I got it
yeah.
for my birthday.
I think that's the only Christmas movie you have up there.
No, maybe.
Anyway, I see Die Hard.
All right.
It was one of those movies that you guys gave me from like when we first became friends for my birthday. When we give each other like, crappy gifts.
Yeah.
Like when
Good
Dentino got
times.
me like cheaper by the dozen.
Oh no, I see Santa Claus 2 right underneath it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I should probably throw away Christmas with the Cranks. All right.
Just re-gift it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to Dentino for Chris for my Secret Santa.
He might really like that. He might be really happy with that.
Yeah, because he loves Tim Allen. All right, I guess I'll get into my top 5. No particular order except for my number 1. Like that's like my favorite Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 5, Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a classic. When they were making that, they didn't think like when they first made it and they first aired it critically, it was like awful.
It's
like,
a tank, right?
It was a huge tank, and like
Yeah.
it's just one of those movies like over time it's just picked up, and like
Yeah.
I think it's classic. It's just one of those things. It's like where I said like less is more. There's not really much to it, but that's why it's like really good, and it's just like has a really good message.
Well, yeah, that's how most of like the Charlie Brown movies were.
Yep.
Yeah,
Think about it. Simple yet good message and entertaining, especially like when you're younger.
yeah. It's good for kids, and it's like I as an adult too watching it. It's just like nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Charlie Brown. It's classic.
Yep.
So my next one is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It's on my list too.
Like I know they're National Lampoon movies, but like I consider them the Griswold movies.
Yeah.
It's just funny, and like one scene I have to pick out, which is one of the funniest scenes, not just like a Christmas movie, but one of the funniest scenes I've ever laughed at was when at the mall shopping, and for some reason like Chevy Chase is like, oh, like my wife passed away, and like to this girl that's really hot behind the counter, talking about panties.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, she's like, yeah, there's no line. So she like lifts up her skirt, and his like son comes around. He's like, look, no line. And he like looks into his son. Like I don't know, that scene always just got me.
Yeah. That's a good movie, man.
That is a good one. The next one, Bad Santa, Billy Bob
dude.
Thornton.
Very good.
It's a classic.
I love that movie. I hated that movie when I first saw it because I didn't get it,
Yeah.
but like now I get it.
He makes him a wooden pickle.
Yeah,
It's awesome. Dude. He's always making him sandwiches.
yeah. And the scene that is so good is like where the kid like the house that he's in, the kid that has like he picks a candy every day until it's Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And Billy Bob Thornton comes in drunk one day,
Rips it apart.
rips it apart, and then tries because he feels bad. And he starts putting like like
What
candy.
if like Legos or something?
Yeah,
Like
like
tacks, like all this random stuff.
Yeah, that scene is so funny. It's like sad too.
I just like his outbursts. All Billy Bob Thornton's outbursts, like when he yells at the lady when he's on his lunch break, and when he yells at the kid when he's first driving him home, and he's asking him all the questions.
Yeah.
So someone drop you on your head? And the kid just doesn't get it. He's like, on my head?
Or
Was someone gonna drop you on someone else's head? That movie was really funny, man.
that was good, and the scene where he pisses himself too.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, Bernie
Oh,
Mac.
yeah. He was ripping through cigarettes in that movie.
Yeah. Another one. My fourth one. Christmas Story. Just
Yeah.
because it's classic.
Yeah, man.
You can't. I mean, what can you say about that movie that hasn't been said already, either by us or just by anybody else? But there is a fact that I do want to say. Black Christmas, not the remake, the original, is the same writer and director of A Christmas Story.
Really?
Yeah, Bob Clark.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
It's cool because like this guy is responsible for the most, disturbing Christmas movie ever made,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the most loved Christmas
iconic,
movies
yeah.
I've
It's
ever
iconic,
seen.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Fragile. It's Italian.
I like to put that movie on, obviously, on Christmas Day. Just leave it on all day. Just leave, was it TBS or no TNT, right?
No, it's TBS.
TBS that has
Is
up all day.
TNT still a channel?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It
doesn't
probably
have
just
shit
like
on it.
basketball. I think
Oh,
that's all
yeah.
I ever do. But I like just leave it on all day and then just like randomly turn parts up. Like, you'll get the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
Yeah.
to sit down and watch it for 2 hours because I'm kind of bouncing around on Christmas. But you'll get parts of it, and then at the end of the night, I'll probably watch it.
What I really liked about the movie too is like it kind of perfectly captured how you feel about as a kid when you get in trouble. Like, when you're like a little kid and you're in like a lot how a little kid thinks. You're in you think you're in like so much trouble you're never gonna get out of, and then you're sitting in your room crying. But then you start imagining like if something really bad happened to you, how like your parents would feel, and that's how he does that in the movie. It's because it's like from soap poisoning. That's why I'm blind. Like, we should never have punished you. Like as a little kid, because like as a kid, like if my parents ever yelled at me, it's like I hope something happens to me so they feel bad. Like
It's fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It happens
it's
in
classic.
Jingle All the Way when they're sitting in the diner, and he's talking about his son turns into what's his name, the mailman. He turns into him, like a picture of his face.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They made a Christmas Story too. How
I
fucked
won't
up is
watch
that?
it at a
No, I
serious?
refuse to watch it. Yeah, it came out like
I mean, obviously, would it come out 20 years, 30 years?
1 or
afterwards?
2 years ago.
What?
Yeah,
That must have tanked.
I'm sure it did.
It wasn't. It was like a made-for-TV movie.
I just refuse to acknowledge it.
No, I won't watch that.
It's
No
just
way.
disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. There's no reason to watch
No
it.
need.
Yeah, and but number one movie. It's like not. It's my number one favorite Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. It could also be a Halloween movie too.
All right.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm.
A lot of people say Tim Burton directed that movie. He didn't. I forget the guy's name, but Tim Burton produced and wrote it. And actually, like, I think this is the same guy that.
He didn't direct?
No, Tim Burton didn't direct it.
No, it's the same guy who did Coraline.
Coraline and Corpse Bride. Tim Burton, the only like stop motion movie he directed was Frankenweenie, which is the best one out of all his stop motion movies.
I just don't like Tim Burton too much.
Oh,
like
really?
I like a couple. I'm not huge on the Nightmare Before
Henry
Christmas, to be
Selick.
honest.
Henry Selick. Yeah,
Like people love that movie to death.
That's what
I'm
I do.
just not huge on it.
I love it. I feel like I'm a Tim Burton apologist. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm defending him a lot. He does have some bad movies, and like I get it. Like Alice in Wonderland was not good.
Did he do the second Willy Wonka movie?
Yeah, Charlie and the
Yeah,
Chocolate
the
Factory.
remake. That movie was
That
terrible.
movie was not good.
Not at all.
You know what? I think that Johnny Depp needs to stop working with him permanently
No.
because since he started working with him, other than Pirates and recently like Black Mass, like his career's just been like.
There's some really good Tim Burton Johnny Depp collaborations. Edward Scissorhands.
I didn't like that one.
You don't like Edward Scissorhands?
No.
Now, is that a Christmas movie? Because I think some people consider that a Christmas movie.
It ends on Christmas.
It ends on
yeah.
Christmas.
But it doesn't start in Christmas. It
Yeah.
starts during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that movie.
See, yeah, I understand. Like there's people that like are like Tim Burton, like, oh, it's his movies like all look the same. It's like whatever, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
I like
but Stanley
Beetlejuice.
Kubrick's all his movies look the same. They're
Yeah.
not always.
Yeah, but
the
those
same.
are great movies.
They're. I understand, but
Completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, as far as Tim Burton goes, Beetlejuice and the Batman, it's pretty much.
yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas was like one of those movies you look back, you can still watch it now and just be like impressed with how they made it.
yeah, it holds up. Like
Yeah.
100%. There's some movies that like, especially when they convert them to HD, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like Jingle All the Way, like the very end. I don't want to like. I like this movie, I do, but at the very end when he's like flying around, like if you watch that on especially in high def, it doesn't look good, like,
Yeah.
at all. But like, it's one of those movies that like where the older special effects like actually kind of benefit for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I like it. And again, like I like Tim Burton, like I do. Like I understand he has some bad movies, but he has some really really good ones too. Frankenweenie is something I think you would actually really like.
I've never seen it, so I can't judge that one.
I did see that. It was really good.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot, and especially because there's a sweet Godzilla reference in it.
Is there?
Yeah, and you know me with Godzilla, I've seen every Godzilla movie more than once, and
There's a new one coming out.
I can't wait. But yeah, that's pretty much my list. That's my favorite. That's the Christmas movies that.
Solid list.
Yeah.
Just as I expected, a couple horror movies on there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. For my list, I have a bunch of overlaps. I want to go with, since Christmas with the Cranks was already mentioned, I have another dishonorable mention, and it's fitting given what comes out in a week. The Star Wars Christmas special.
I've never seen it.
It
Neither have I.
is fucking
What
terrible.
is this about?
It was a Christmas special George Lucas made for TV.
Oh,
With the big,
I have seen it.
It was
Animation?
no. It
no, yeah, I know what you're talking
dude.
about.
It was
Actors in it?
yes,
like Mark Hamill was in it.
yes,
Get the hell out of here.
and it was fucking god awful.
All right, I actually have seen it. At first, I saw the Nostalgia Critic review of it. And
Yeah.
then I found it online. I never, but I should.
You can find it online on like YouTube and stuff.
I shouldn't say I watched because I never watched the whole thing.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah, it is bad. I should finish it, just because I love Star Wars.
Yeah,
In
that's what I'm
terms
saying.
of, like,
I've never heard of this. I love Star Wars.
Quality,
I'll probably go back
it's
and watch it.
probably don't watch it.
No?
It's you know what?
Watch it.
If you watch the prequels, then you should watch this because they're the same level as bad.
Wolf.
Except the Christmas special is like corny, cheesy, and just like shit. To be honest,
it's like
it won't make you angry like the prequels did. It's not good.
Yeah, it's terrible because there's a scene that from what I remember, like it's not one coherent story. It's like a bunch of little stuff, and like, but it mainly revolves around like the holiday that the Wookiees celebrate on their planet.
Get the hell out
And
of
it's
here.
like Chewbacca's family.
Is it a whole movie or is it like an hour Christmas
It's
special?
like an hour
type
Christmas
thing?
special.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like an hour and change.
But like, there's a really weird scene in it, like where it's like a cooking show that they changed to on like, and it's like this guy going like stir whip, stir whip, stir whip, and he does it for like 2 minutes, and it's so dumb. Like after that, I think that's when I turned it off. I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, it was garbage. No doubt about it. So I'm gonna try and say some ones that you guys didn't say. Let's see, Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's a
you're-
great one.
Yeah, I really like that one. I mean,
I don't
classic
think I've
Bill
seen
Murray.
that.
It's good. It might still be on Netflix. I remember it was at some point.
Scrooge with Bill. Hey, I'll watch anything with Bill Murray. So
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you see a Very Merry Christmas?
Is that the Christmas special thing that he did?
Yeah, the new one that just went up on
no,
Netflix.
you know what happened is like I was watching it. I started it on Thanksgiving, like in the
Mhm.
morning. My girlfriend was getting ready when we were like about to go out, and I started it, and she walked by. She's like, "Oh, I want to watch this," so I just like stopped it because she was getting ready. She couldn't watch it, so I just stopped it, and I haven't watched it yet, but we're probably gonna watch it soon.
It's actually
I heard it was very Bill Murray.
it is 100% Bill Murray, like to the extreme, because it's supposed to like kind of like parodies like thrown together Christmas specials, you know, like Dick Clark type of, and like network
Mhm.
TV ones. But it's actually pretty good, and like there's a bunch of like good people in it. Like Jason Schwartzman obviously is in it, you know, because Bill
Yeah.
Murray, like he loves Bill Murray. And he plays the drums and sings in it. Paul Schaefer's in it. Rashida Jones. Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph.
Amy Poehler, because I saw the first 5 minutes of it. Is she playing Amy Poehler?
No.
Or is she playing somebody else?
Well,
Because I saw up to the
she's
point
like-
where Chris Rock comes in.
I don't really know
that's where I
what
saw
she's
too.
if she's playing herself because they never really say.
never
But she's
say her
one
name,
one of the
right?
producers of the special.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris Rock's in it. George Clooney, and Miley Cyrus was in it. She sang two
Alright.
songs, and like she's so trashy, but it sucks because she's a really good singer, and she sang those songs like really well,
Yeah.
and didn't look like a complete white trash. But yeah, if you like Bill Murray, then you like this. It is
Can't wait
like
to watch it.
typical
yeah,
Bill
now I
Murray.
gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
Let's see. And then like the stop motion movies from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like Santa Claus is Coming to Town,
Yeah.
The Year Without a Santa Claus, Frosty,
Yeah, Frosty's a classic.
a couple ones like those. Like for stop motion from like that era, I thought they were really good. I really liked Year Without a Santa Claus for the Heat Miser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
The songs in those movies are classic too.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the narwhal scene in Elf and like those other
Mm-hmm.
mystical Christmas characters were kind of in the same vein. And then recently came out. It came out like right around Thanksgiving though, but I liked it a lot. The Night Before with Seth Rogen,
I haven't
Joseph
seen it yet.
Gordon-Levitt,
gotta
and
see
Anthony
it.
Mackie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
It's good.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Very funny.
I'm expecting it to be just like one of those like real funny.
It is. It's really funny. There's some really good cameos in it. Including Michael Shannon, who has probably the funniest parts in the movie.
Really?
But overall, it's a good movie.
I want to see it.
It's another one that Miley Cyrus is in, actually.
Really?
Yeah. But she pays off well in it.
All right.
But yeah, it's definitely worth watching. Very funny. Yeah, most of the other stuff on my list. Oh, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated one from 70-something. Like, I like the one with Jim Carrey, but
Yeah.
the animated one's really good.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know which one
Awesome.
I like more.
It's a toss up
It's
for
tough. Yeah, it's really tough.
me. Each of them have obviously they come with their own things.
Yeah.
The animated one's just so classic.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
It is good. It's really
It's just a good story, honestly, all around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Like, as far as Christmas movies that I could have thought of that were actual Christmas movies.
Yeah.
You have
then,
a top favorite or
Christmas at the Cranks. No,
That's Connor's favorite.
yeah,
probably,
you're right.
honestly,
It's
probably
Tino's favorite.
Elf.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
I've seen it the most, and like I could watch it like just nonstop.
They
And
tried
like,
to make a second one.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah. That's Will Ferrell's completely on him that they didn't make a second one. He didn't want to. For obvious reasons.
Good decision.
'cause he probably knew it was going to be shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what they wrote it as. Like, it didn't
Yeah.
matter. You just shouldn't have made a second one.
No, I'm glad they didn't because they
No, there's
would
no
have
need.
ruined
Yeah.
the greatness of the first one.
Which means they probably would have made a third one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they would have made a second one, they probably would have made a third one. Just
Yeah.
because.
They'll make a second one in 20 years.
Oh,
And
that'd
that's
be awful.
that's the thing. Like with sequels too, is like some like people will say like, oh, sequels don't hurt a movie, but sometimes it does.
So yeah, sometimes it really,
Like,
really
dude,
does.
Oh, yeah,
Star
100%.
Wars was hurt because of those prequel movies. Like,
All right. Well,
I
Sequels
almost thought
and
you were gonna
prequels
say
are
Star
kind
Wars was
of-
hurt because the second.
yeah, where like they're kind of while they're technically come out after, they're kind of different.
yeah,
But yeah, most prequels suck too. But sequels,
not X-Men First Class.
not that, or Days of Future Past. But there are a lot of shitty prequels, but there's also a lot of shitty sequels. But some sequels improve the whole series, even if
Yeah.
it's just two movies. Just like can turn out better.
Like Hunger Games 2 is way better than Hunger Games 1.
Yeah, definitely, and
Oh,
better
the
than
second,
Mockingjay.
yeah, the second movie in
probably.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catching Fire.
Yeah, 100%. I think
Spider-Man
the
2.
sequel, like the second movie in a trilogy, is I think it's supposed to be just like complete chaos. You know what I mean? Like I think it's
Yeah.
supposed
Yeah.
to be like introduction, well not introduction, but introduction, chaos, and resolve. So I think the second one, at least for me, even going back to the original Star Wars movies,
I
number
will-
5 was my favorite. Empire Strikes Back was
I like
my favorite.
Return of the
Yeah.
Jedi. That's my favorite.
Mhm.
A lot of people like bitch about the Ewoks, but this is my argument: was that when we went to Vietnam and Korea, we were like the big bad, like superpower, and like they were like indigenous people, and we
Mhm.
still like couldn't beat them. So
Yeah.
That's like my argument for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did, destroy the Empire, so pretty impressive.
The
probably,
Ewoks?
yeah,
Well,
probably
they
great.
didn't like. It was one battle, and there was like.
I'm exaggerating a little bit.
All right.
So
No,
I could have.
I'm just
So I
used
could
to
have
defending
followed.
this.
So I could have followed up with they're the greatest warriors in the galaxy, but whatever.
But fun fact about that too is originally supposed to be the Wookiees.
Wookiees?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like it's a rumor, but it was originally supposed to be Wookiees that the Empire fought.
Yeah.
But they changed it to the Ewoks, which
All right.
doesn't. I mean, whatever.
Just more merchandise.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably why I put them in, knowing little kids will like, even though they're creepy. Like if you see them smiling, like there's one meme of it, prepare your anus.
Yeah.
With like the creepiest looking Ewok on it. That's really funny.
The best meme ever is when they're making fun of Mormons, and
Oh yeah.
it's the Ewoks and like, hi, did you ever hear of our Lord and Savior C-3PO? Because they would look him as a god
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I just want to mention one TV Christmas special. I think it's the second season of Community. It's an all claymation episode. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Community, but one of the main characters, Abed, is like, he's got something off with him, but he's like pop culture obsessed and like TV obsessed, and he usually builds that in. And then for this episode, like, his mom left him and his dad years ago, and she like sends him a letter. Yeah, I got a new family. I'm not going to be seeing you anymore. And then so he goes into this, he like loses himself and then imagines himself in like a claymation Christmas movie with his friends trying to save him, except he keeps adjusting it to fit pop culture things.
Okay.
And like turn people into like classic Christmas characters and like toys and stuff. And it was actually like, the episode itself was like actually for like a comedy and for Community, it was like really deep. And it was just really well done that I would have liked to see it be longer than half an hour.
Yeah.
So even if you don't watch Community and you want to watch something for Christmas, it's worth.
That's a
checking
that's
out.
a show I've been wanting to binge
Do
because
it.
I love Rick and Morty, and like Dan Harmon's attached to that show, right?
Dan Harmon wrote and created it.
Yeah. So I
I can give you all the DVDs. I have them.
Oh, you do? All right. Yeah, I'll take those. I guess if you're mentioning television, I mean the Charlie Brown one's I guess technically television, but but shout out to the Rick and Morty Christmas episode. Where Jerry's parents come back and they bring like that random black guy, and it's like,
yeah.
like who is this? It's like, oh, it's he makes love to your mother, and I would sit there and watch. Like it's so. Did you watch Rick and Morty?
No, never
Dude,
seen it.
It's the funniest cartoon in years.
Where is it on?
On Adult Swim. It's not
Okay.
like I love Adult Swim, like all those shows.
It's not your standard Adult Swim
but
show.
like a lot of people. Do you like Adult Swim shows?
Never seen any of them. I don't have cable anymore, man.
You can find it online.
I do know people that watch the show, or at least I've heard people
Do you have
talk
Hulu?
about it. No, I have Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still find it.
yeah,
elsewhere.
sure, yeah, the internet. I can find it anywhere.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
But yeah, dude, you should. It's completely bingeable. There's like no longer than 12 episodes a season. There's only 2 seasons, and like it is so funny. This Christmas episode is so funny.
Yeah.
Like they go inside the homeless guy who has an amusement park built inside of him. That's John Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go on longer for TV Christmas specials than
Yeah, I should have made a
anything. But
note of some like sitcom episodes or something.
Yeah.
Christmas episodes of certain shows. Who's
Yeah.
yeah, that
there's
one
some good ones.
like just popped back into my head, and it was one of my favorite Christmas episodes of anything.
I feel like there's one more we're missing.
There probably is. I mean,
There's gotta be like a classic
ton
like
of great ones.
Roseanne or Family Matters one like that we're just like
Yeah,
not
there probably
mentioning.
was.
The Office had some good ones.
Yeah, The Office did have some good ones, man. Those ones were really funny.
Was there a Parks and Rec one?
Had to have been.
There had to.
But I
have been.
think the Office ones were probably better.
Yeah, at least more memorable. At least
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Office was, yeah, those ones were good.
Yeah, that's about all I got right now.
Yeah.
I'm
sure
gonna,
there's
I'm gonna
more.
give a quick shout out to Chris Columbus, who I didn't realize it, how heavy he was into those Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
The writer, director, producer, Chris Columbus.
Yeah,
Not the guy who discovered
not the
America.
murder rapist.
No.
Although he didn't really discover
he directed
America.
Home Alone 1 and 2.
Yeah,
He produced Jingle All the Way. Unfortunately, he produced Christmas with the Cranks. I think he just
Need a
I don't know what
paycheck.
happened there.
Producing is way different than writing and directing.
Yeah,
though.
you're right. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna put his name on that anything special on there. But he wrote the Goonies, so
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much. I first
Yeah,
heard
he's been
about him-
around.
I first heard about him when I'm almost positive this is the same guy. He's the guy who found J.K. Rowling, or at least produced those movies up to what they were. I think he directed
He directed a few.
the first, like the earlier ones.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter.
one and
He
two.
directed
Yeah,
a few.
yeah. I
I
think he's
think-
the guy who like found her, like read the books, found her, or someone brought it to him, and he like brought it up. to
And
what
he
it is,
he
what it
like
was.
he picked out the main cast
Yeah.
like perfectly.
Yeah, he was like a heavy.
yeah,
the
he
beginning of
directed at least 3, produced the rest.
Yeah, he was on him and Davey Yates, I think, were the ones
Yeah.
that produced them. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to him. He directed Home Alone 1 and 2, so it's good. He deserves something.
Yeah. Just hide Christmas with the Cranks.
I
Everybody
should've
does
mentioned
it. Has one thing they're
Yeah.
not proud of.
Spielberg has bad movies. It happens.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's funny. I didn't realize how like heavy into Christmas movies he was.
yeah, he
That's
just
like-
like had a hand in everything.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
how many things he was involved in.
Well, that's like that guy Shane Black. Do you know who that is?
No,
Did you ever
who's
see
that?
Predator?
Yeah,
He's the guy with the glasses. No, I'm sorry, he's not the guy with the glasses. He's the guy that says the dirty jokes. He's like, he's like, my wife has a big pussy. My wife has a big pussy.
I
said
think I
it's
know.
always
Who
like
you're yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Guy Shane Black. He wrote the Monster Squad, and he also
Okay.
directed Iron Man 3. He's just like another
Didn't
Hollywood.
he do Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
I think he did. He's just another. He's just like another Hollywood guy. He's just kind of been
In
around.
everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Columbus directed Mrs. Doubtfire as well.
Oh man,
no,
that's a
great
great,
movie.
Just to
movie.
throw that out there, like he has been a part of everything.
That's awesome.
I think he also directed that newer movie Pixels. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
That's not something to be proud of.
I'm not.
I didn't see it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although technically they're not really pixels. They're vocals because they're really giant.
Yeah, we get it.
He's been a part of some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got anything else?
Yeah. I don't really have anything else. But I just do want to give a quick shout out. By the time this episode goes up, Mike Slininger will be married to Nicole Sala. Just want to give him a huge congratulations on the show.
Yeah, congrats, Mike.
I'll be at the
Congrats.
wedding tomorrow.
Have a good time.
Hungover on Sunday.
Probably. I'll probably go out of work. But no, yeah, just want to give a shout out. Congrats, Mike. I'll be at the wedding tomorrow, having a great time.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
Cool. Yeah, Dan, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Make sure you check out
It's been a
his
long time coming.
portfolio.
We want you to come on for a
I know,
while.
man. I know. I wish I was a
And,
part of that last one, man. The Batman trailer and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Listen to it.
I mean, we could revisit it
Yeah.
at some point
You
later
know,
on.
when it comes
There's
out,
going to be a third trailer.
Oh, yeah, there is.
So, yeah,
January, I'm guessing.
probably.
Yeah, so you can come back for that. See
Yeah.
how much more you complain about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that'll be a huge.
I
But
listen,
by that
I'm on,
time,
I'm on
we'll
the
get
same,
another.
boat with you guys with that one. So
We'll get another Batman, another Civil War, and another X-Men. So
there you go.
Oh, are we gonna get a Star Wars Rogue One trailer? You think in January?
no, because it doesn't come out till later in the year. Well, they could, but I don't think they're done.
There might be
filming.
like a teaser, but not a trailer.
Yeah,
Trailer.
I don't think they're done filming. But yeah, make sure you check out Dan's portfolio. And once he puts his podcast up, we'll include links for that in the description on this.
Cool, man.
Thanks for listening. And
Before, if you ever want to get like news on the show, me and Pat usually are pretty active on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, my handle is @LessThanConnor.
mine's Rick Pat MC.
And Dan,
It's just Dan Szpakowski.
how do you spell Szpakowski?
It's SZPAKOWSKI.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And then on Instagram, I'm Rick Pat MCN.
And
So,
I'm just Connor Heston.
And
Connor,
I'm just Dan Szpakowski.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So check that out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, download on iTunes, all that
Tell
shit.
your friends.
Yeah. Just put it on blast.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just like if you're driving through a neighborhood, just blast this.
Like
windows
through
down.
Maple Leaf or Camden or something.
Yeah, through some like
Especially.
really
It's a good
dangerous.
spot for it. Yeah.
What are some other dangerous cities? Chicago, Compton.
Definitely downtown Compton.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't take advice from us.
No, you should definitely do that. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Have a good one.
Wow.